button. It means we're live. A casual take with your boy Stephen Pepper here to give a take off my chest. What's up, everybody? Got a little instant reaction, like 30 minutes post Celtics Pacers Game 2 Eastern Conference Finals. I told you guys I'll be back for this game after last episode. Well, instant reaction this time. I got so much energy. The game actually ended pretty early. It ended at like 10:30 to about 11, a little 11 after something. I got some energy here. This video is most like, I don't know when this video is going to go up, but filming it right after the game. I got energy, so might as well get an episode out for you guys because I do have a busy day tomorrow. I want to say before I get into the Pacers Celtics Game 2 reaction, I won't be live the next two games. Friday and Saturday, I won't be live. Friday, my friend's birthday party. He's turning 21. I'm going to spend some time with a dear friend. I'm going to be watching the game, of course, but I won't be back home to give takes. And then on Saturday, I'm going with spending time with some family in Cincinnati, going to go watch a Reds game, spend time with them. So I won't be able to come on here and give a show. I'll be back, though, to talk Sunday's game or Sunday's game on Monday. So I'm going to be gone for the next two games. I won't be live Saturday or Sunday, but expect me back on Monday. I just want to say that before I talk about Pacers, Celtics. Okay, so let's talk about them. Will that look like what we expected the series to look like in the beginning? Mostly Celtics domination because they're simply so much better than Indiana, let's be real. And y'all got mad at me for criticizing the Celtics Game 1 win. But it was just but could you blame me? It was such an unserious effort by the Celtics, and they got saved. Like tonight, the Celtics were a 9.5-point favorite at home in Game 1. And people got at me for saying, oh, how can you use Vegas money lines and how can you use Vegas spreads to criticize a team? Well, Vegas sets odds for a reason. And a 9.5-point spread is huge for an Eastern Conference Finals. And tonight, also a 9.5-point spread. The Celtics won by 16. Yeah, the series is pretty much over for Indiana. Like down 0-2, Halliburton's hurt. Listen. People said I was underrated in Indiana. They're a fun offense. But if they ain't shooting the lights out, what are they? I see poor rim protection and, right? And a terrible defense. See, that's what I see from Indiana. A poor rim protection at a talent mismatch. Yeah, it was back and forth in the first quarter. But then Indiana opens up the second without a field goal in 6 minutes. Like, come on. When Boston doesn't have their foot off the gas, which I criticize them for, when Boston doesn't have their foot off the gas, Indiana is at a total mismatch because Boston could just kill them. Now, Tyrese Halliburton's hurt. He hurt his hamstring. Looks like it's the same hamstring the reports are saying that he hurt in January, which hurt the Pacers team. It hurts the flow of the offense. I want to say really quick, though, if Halliburton's out for Game 3, this is setting up to be the mickiest, easiest run to the NBA Finals I've ever seen. But back to the Pacers. They need him to run their offense. If not, they stand no chance. They're already at a talent mismatch with Tyrese. Imagine without them. The guy, look, remember how they were without Tyrese Halliburton in January? They fell in the standings. They desperately need him he is their offensive engine. But I will say, when he was healthy tonight, he was getting hunted on defense in the pick and rolls by Boston's guards. He was. And this Pacers team as a whole. I've been betting, you can ask all my friends, I've been sending them bets all year against the Pacers because his defense is awful. It just stands no chance against all the stars the Celtics have. I mean, the Celtics back-to-back games now in this series where they have three starters with at least 20-plus points. Can't guard him. It was Brown, Tatum, and Holiday in Game 1. And it was Brown, Tatum, and White tonight. Jaylen Brown goes for 40 points. Jaylen Brown looked like a superstar tonight. Just reminded everyone why he was second-team All-NBA last year. He had superstar buckets tonight. And, I don't think Boston wins the NBA title without Porzingis, but if they are going to go on a title run and are trying to push for a ring, especially without Porzingis, they're going to need more games like this from Jaylen Brown. What a compliment it is to have your second-best player on your team go out for 40 in the playoffs. But Boston, you guys got on me in my comments. I saw those comments in my videos. I saw all those comments saying, bro, you're casual, you don't ball. When I was criticizing the Celtics after winning Game 1, I said it was an unserious effort. The team just takes their foot off the gas so many times, and they got lucky that they won in Game 1. But tonight, although I saw some stretches where they took their foot off the gas a bit, and Tyrese Halliburton's injury did help them, but they closed the game out so much better than they did in game one. So I got to give a credit where credit is due there. And if they can just close these games out more, I think the series is pretty much over. It's a sweep. I had the Pacers, winning a game, maybe two, coming into this series. If Tyrese Halliburton's not healthy, they're down 0-2. I think the series is pretty much over. I think this series is pretty much over. This is what the series, Boston, 3 starters with 20 points. They win by 16, 9.5-point favorites in the conference finals. That's a spread that Boston would have against the Hornets on a Tuesday in January. If they winning by 16, this series is pretty much over. This is what the series should look like. Boston is so much better than Indiana, and Indiana does not have the defense to hold them. And if Tyrese Halliburton's hurt, Boston needs to bring this effort more and more so they're ready for the NBA Finals. I think the series is pretty much over. Boston, if they just go out of Indiana with just one game, come back home, Boston, finish the series, give Porzingis more rest. He doesn't even have to play in this series. And now if they can just finish strong, they're more tested to the NBA Finals. And more rest for Kristaps Porzingis. But I appreciate everyone for coming in here. Boston blows out Indiana in game 2. And I'll see you next.